And we've made it up to the S-Time residence. It is really packed up here. All of these are apartments and they're stacked on top of one another. I mean, they're pretty spacious on the inside, but it really goes to show that they do not have the means of housing as many people as Cocoon really has without expanding further. They kind of have a population limit up here. Feltzy may provide food and water, but they can only provide so much.
Hope.
Mom's gone.
Nora.
Dad, I know. I'll be in my room. We're gonna rest up. Then we'll leave. If they find out you're sheltering Lassie, they'll...
You're my son. This is your home.
Aggressive compassion. I would have appreciated that response in my own life.
My son.
So we can snoop around Hope's house a little bit for some goodies. Interesting house. A handful of academic texts and homemakers' magazines occupy the otherwise sparse shelves, but none of Hope's possessions are to be seen. We can see Hope with his dad in the closed-off living room. A lot of these houses are pod-shaped. If you saw the layout for Lightning's house, it was kind of pod-shaped as well. You can't really tell from the cutscenes, but if you see them on the map in the Famitsu magazine, you'll be able to tell better. And there's lightning and snow. Trying to remember. There's other stuff we could look at. Yes. Two small figures visible in the photo seem to be Hope and his mother. Hope's father must have been at a distance when he took the picture. And it's a city we have not seen yet. Which I can say right now is a theme park, so they did do stuff together as a family. Right down here. It would seem to be the apartment's master control terminal. It is of elegant design and looks expensive. So this is a Google Home. Those didn't exist yet, but here they are. This appears to be an S-Time family portrait. A contented smile graces the face of Hope's father, but Hope himself seems in a sullen mood. It's almost like most of Hope's aggression towards his father came from his teenage youth and not from the actual actions his father took. Let's watch TV.
Now for an update on the situation in Palampolum. The Lassie continue their desperate flight, and the military has now launched an all-out campaign to eliminate them. In the event you must leave your home, please follow the instructions broadcast on this channel.
Must be the kid's family.
Roughly 2,500 civilians believed to have come in contact with the l'Cie are now being held in quarantine by the Sanctum. Our latest Instapoll has shown a vast majority in favor of the immediate purging of these individuals, believing their treatment...
Lay down.
All right.
See, you took the kid's toy away.
He gave it back to me. Said he didn't need it anymore.
Go figure.
It was too much. What happened to Sarah? All I could think about was, what could I have done? I hated myself for not trusting her. It hurt too much. I couldn't face it. Look, Snow. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
For what?
Everything.
Behaving rashly, rejecting your marriage.
If you told me your real name, I suppose I could.
Have Sarah tell you. When she comes back.
Yeah, Lightning's not her real name, ironically.
My dad said he'd like to see you guys. He wants to talk.
I thought you were in your room.
The blame is mine. I couldn't save her.
If it wasn't for Snow, I wouldn't be here right now.
Snow. Did Nora... Did she say anything to you?
Hope. She said to get him home.
And that's exactly what you've done.
Huzzah for reasonable adults.
Face to face like this, it's hard to believe you're all dangerous fugitives. But the entire world is scared to death of you, l'Cie. No, not even just you. People who've helped you, bumped into you. Sometimes it's even just people who've walked by one of you. They think they're tainted and want every one of them purged.
The Sanctum's a puppet of the Foul Sea. To them, our lives don't mean anything at all. We'll stop this. Take down the Sanctum and save Cocoon.
You've thought that through? If l'Cie take down the Sanctum, fear of Pulse will only get worse. It won't stop at fear. People will take up arms and stand against you. Can you imagine it? The rampant violence.
Already in
The
it.
government's control is gone. The citizens will revolt.
So what then? We're supposed to just smile and eat a bullet? That means you too.
I know I'm part of this. I'm on your side of the fence. Harbor of l'Cie and a public enemy.
Coming here was a bad idea.
This is your home. We're all here. Let's figure this out together. Huh?
I don't think we have time for that.
Heads up!
Tear gas.
Hope! In the back!
You're not ready for this. I'll stay here.
It's not actually dangerous, but it does make it harder to breathe.
Help my dad.
Come on.
Nice save. Go, lightning. Sorry, that's a bit of a misconception I see semi-frequently, is that people think tear gas is poisonous. Tear gas is not poisonous. And I'm finally not the Sentinel. Makes your nose run like crazy, though. Upset mucus production big time. That's why you practically cough a lung out. But yeah, finally, I don't play as the Sentinel because that can get you killed, as we almost witnessed with the boss. And by the way, this is the decent leveling spot that I mentioned before. And I absolutely need to change my paradigm before I go out. As soon as I get out of this fight, I will show you.
Barricade ourselves in here, they're not gonna just give up and go away.
Okay, so house is pretty much the same as before, though I guess he lost control of his possessions here. Let's swap it up. Swap it up before they get to us. I'll probably leave most of these, so like this one's pretty decent, the Solidarity. I do want to swap up Sin though, so I'll probably do Ravcom, Synergist, and maybe start out with that. Because I have a Ravcom med. And Sab is really not that important. So I'll have it, but I don't really care for it. So I'll stick that up here. And I'll put Solidarity at the bottom for emergencies. I need something with the Saboteur in it, so... I might change it to Rav, though. Nope, no weaknesses. Yeah, this is working out way better. There goes. We have no roof. As you can see, they blew off the roof. I don't know if I'll be able to show it off more as soon as it lets me out. See, we got an incentive chip, so that is money. Ethersol. So running around this building will respawn enemies. You see that there are enemies over there. We actually need to go into the room with the red circle. But if you don't want to do that just yet, I do believe there's probably other items around here. There's a save point where you can upgrade your stuff, and if you run around in a complete circle, the enemies will respawn. And since they almost always drop a credit or incentive chip, this is a good way early on to get some money. They can see me all the way down the hall. Come on. Yep, see those respawned in the corner. One sec. I have it in Delta. I just want to have one commando roll for lightning. Just because there's something I want to show off that we can only do in this upcoming boss fight. Ooh, a brawler's wristband. That is the power wristband, but stronger. So if you need to level up in here or get more money to increase your weapon stats, now is the best time to do it. You probably won't get beyond tier 1 weapons,
Making tracks out of here?
but it's a good opportunity. One I'm not taking.
Is it over? Are they?
They're fine. Your son's a tough kid.
Fang has really got to be careful on those sandals with all this glass everywhere.
Who ordered the battalion?
They'll take out the whole building next.
Dad! Oh! Thank goodness. Are you hurt?
No. How about you?
Still in one piece.
This is what I've been going through the past few days, Dad.
My turn.
It's a good thing Hope knows how to sew. Thankful none hit your arm.
I'll show you what a Lassie looks like! Me! I'm a Lassie! Surprised? Expected some kind of monster? I'm flesh and blood, like you! An ordinary citizen of Cocoon! Don't you get it? This has been our home our whole lives! How could we even think about destroying it? We want to protect this place just as much as you!
He's on our side? He's lying. What if he's telling us it's a trick?
You must be Snowvillians. Yag Rosh, Psychom Division. I understand your plight. However, the Pulse threat is not so easily dismissed. The very existence of Ulysses puts every last one of us in danger.
Clearly it
Tell
doesn't.
me, do you really think your life is worth more than the lives of millions of Cocoon citizens? I do not.
Neither do I, because I'm literally
So,
not that much of a
it
threat.
falls to me to order your execution.
Which means you're kind of just a sociopath.
It's that simple. It is my responsibility to see you put down.
Your lives are forfeit. Oh, cut the crap! You want Lassie? Then kill Lassie! Why do other people have to die? The purge has got to stop! Do you think we want to purge our own people?
You sure act like
If any
it.
trace of Pulse remains, the populace will erupt into chaos. Without sacrifice, without the purge, Cocoon will die.
Then educate the public, asshole.
I gave no order! No!
They fire at the coconut him as they'll see because, one, they emptied their clips, and two, they realized, oh, I'm actually not shooting at a monster, I'm shooting at a person who's not attacking me back.
We threatened you and forced you to help us. Got it?
There must be something
Do
else.
what she says. I can't let you get dragged into this. I want to stay here, but there's no place for a Lassie. I'm going with the others. We'll survive somehow. I promise you that. Dad, I hate to run out on you.
You're not running! This is not running away. You've made a choice. You'll survive and do what needs to be done.
You mean complete my focus?
Don't you worry about that. You make the choice.
Thanks, Dad.
You gotta remember, most of these people think we're monsters that would just attack them on sight because that's the propaganda that's been fed to them. It's kind of like that over here as well.
Our turn, hero.
What? I can handle a little gas.
Catch your breath. I'll throw in some hits for you.
Your ribs are still broken, Snow. Stay in the back. What's this thing? Okay. See how there's multiple targets? This is the first time a lever scope is super useful. Because it gets all of them. Did it go off? Yeah, it did. It blew us up at the same time lever scope went off, so... coordinates attacks with a single target, immune to all status ailments, physical attacks. Cannot be attacked at close range, so we cannot use regular attacks. And we don't want to attack the Sky Tank directly yet. We want to focus on the sides of it. God, heal myself, heal myself, heal myself. Okay, so normally you want to hit it with a Ruinga like this. It's good to have Fang on just so that she can mitigate a lot of damage. Or, this is the only time you're able to do this. Lightning, remember, has a gunblade. And she can rapid fire it. This is the only fight in the whole game you can do this. I'll just keep said Med for a while. I guess I don't care about the score too much. I'm gonna take some of these out. Okay, that's one. One hold down. But yeah, use Libra Scope instead of Libra for bosses that have a lot of points like this, because Libra will only hit the one. Whereas if you use a Libra Scope, you can hit all of them, and it fully reveals information. That's another thing. Libra only reveals some of the information, the rest you get from defeating enemies. Librascope will reveal everything. You could go into Delta attack too if you want. Go a little faster, but right now I'm good. I'm gonna take out the one hole. And then I'll probably switch. Turret's next. Just keep an eye on Fang. But yeah, there's a certain amount of buzzwords being thrown around lately that I kind of have to question. Do you even know what these words mean? You're all freaked out about them, but yeah. In my own communities. Do you have evidence for that, I guess, is the question. What am I in? I am in ComSed Med, good. Or did you make a scapegoat? Always ask yourself, before you do anything, does this make sense? And is my target a scapegoat? America. Okay, this one's almost down. Once we are out of here, we'll be able to target the main head. And taking out the sides also deals damage to the sky tank itself. So you can probably go into full relentless assault. I don't think you can use strikes. I'm gonna try it just to see. No, she just throws it as a regular water attack. So if you didn't have the element, and you're doing like a level 1 run or something...
I'll deal with you.
I'm just using attack because it's cool and it's literally the only time I get to do this. We can pretty much go all out now. Make sure your protect stays on though. I don't know what that is, so I'm just gonna... Okay, it's charging. Meaning I'll get into Delta. Just in case. I don't want to take an attack from that. Yeah. Courtesy to Fang for holding out for us. We are gonna stagger it. Okay, Blitz is throwing Ruinga. That's interesting. Blitz throws Ruingas. There we go. It doesn't do as much as I thought it would, so let's wail on it. Well, we've got the chance. Won't be able to smite it from here. Oof. A little more. Does that mean Blitz is magic damage? Only for this fight. Only for this fight, because this is the only fight. This is kind of like the every fight from Final Fantasy X, since it's long distance. But this is also the only fight like this in the whole game. So right now, instead of doing Blitz, I can't tell if it's physical or magical, simply because I have Lightning equally augmented for stats. So its animation is Ruinga, but I don't actually know if it's doing physical or magical damage. And I don't know if there's a decent way to tell without making Lightning almost pure strength or pure magic. Alright, last shot. Let's go. We get a uranite, that's for upgrading some of our equipment, and Plautus Workshop. It's a new shop. As well as an expanded Crystarium. Dang it! I took out one, I can take out another one.
Again? There's no end to these guys.
Hey, you bang. Need a ride?
Don't get cute. Right, let's move it.
Take care, Dad.
When it comes to home and family, we never keep either as close as we should. Whoever stops to think that this time could be the